Game time.
Hey everybody, Complementarian here, and I just want to ask a simple question today. Have you ever been in a relationship? I don't mean like mushy-gushy, could be mushy-gushy, a romantic type of relationship, but any kind of relationship, a friendship, a relationship between you and your parents, with your friends, with an employer, anything like that, or romantically been in a relationship. And how did that feel? How did you get to the point where you were in a relationship? Of course, we've all been in some sort of relationship. Even John Bon Jovi said that no man is an island. And so we weren't built to be alone. We were created to be in a relationship. Why do I bring this question up? Why do I even ask? Well, I wanted to address something, and that is the differences between Christianity and every other faith in the world, every other religion in the world. And a lot of people say, well, what makes Christianity right? And I've heard that before. Like, what makes you right? And what makes everything else wrong? And I've heard that question asked tons of times before. But I want to address it in one little detail. One glaring fact at us. And here's the difference. It's in Deuteronomy chapter 4. And we start in verse 32. I wanted to read this for you, just a small little section, and then discuss it real quick. Moses is speaking to the people of Israel. And Moses knows that he's coming to the end of the days of his life. He's going to die soon. And all of what's called the men of war, the people who rejected God's plan for them, didn't trust God, they have all died off. And Moses is the only one left. And he's talking to people and he says this: "For ask now concerning the days that are past, which were before you." He's saying, remember what happened to you in the past. And ever since then, that since that day, God created man on the earth. And ask from one end of heaven to the other. Ask anyone, anywhere, anytime, whether any great thing like this has happened, or anything like it has been heard. Did any people ever hear the voice of God speaking out of the midst of the fire, as you have heard, and live? Or did God ever try and go and take for himself a nation from the midst of another nation, by trials, by signs, by wonders, by war, by a mighty hand and an outstretched arm, and by great terrors, according to all the Lord your God did for you in Egypt before your eyes? Did any other God try to grab for himself a nation by doing many wondrous things? To you it was shown, to you, beloved, it was shown, that you might know the Lord your God himself is God, and that there is none other besides him. God did all these great things to the nation of Israel so that they might know that he alone is God, so that he and them could have a relationship. And this was to the nation of Israel. And we skip forward a few thousand years, and I said this before, I'm going to say it a million times more in my life. But God wanted to continue to have a relationship. Christianity is the only faith where God is not so lofty and so high above us. He is, but he creates a way for his relationship to draw near to him. In fact, he did so when he stepped out of heaven down to us. God gave his only son, Jesus Christ, as a sacrifice. Because the Bible tells us, for the wages of sin, for the payment of sin. Anybody ever tell a lie? If you're not raising your hand right now, you're a liar. For the wages of sin is death. And the price must be paid. And so God paid that price with the blood of his son, his perfect, spotless lamb, Jesus Christ. He created a way for us to have a relationship with him. No other faith, no other religion in the world does that for us. Folks, if you are craving a relationship in your life, if you feel this, like John Mayer said, something's missing, then I urge you to start a relationship with Jesus Christ. It's simple. It's a simple prayer. Lord, save me. Lord Jesus, I know that you are God's Son, that you died on the cross for my sin. I am a sinner in need of salvation. And God, you're the only one who can do that through your Son, Jesus Christ. I believe it. Come into my life today. That's simple. The Bible tells us that if we confess with our mouth and believe in our heart that Jesus Christ is Lord, then you will be saved. And so, beloved, you who are watching, I urge you, if you're feeling empty, if you're feeling alone, and you've tried everything else in this world, everything this world has to offer, and it's failed you, and it will fail you, then try a relationship with the Creator of the entire universe. He will not let you down. He will never leave you nor forsake you. He will never reject you. That's all I got for you guys today. Hasta luego, mis amigos.